Hello everyone, Steve Harvey says if you always imagine yourself to be rich, then it means that God Almighty wants you to be rich. So keep this idea in your mind. The fact that you have not become rich until now means that you did not ask the Lord of the worlds to fulfill this idea for you. Therefore, in order to realize this idea, ask the Lord of the worlds to fulfill it for you. But pay attention to the request, not only by words, but by doing the reasons. In this video, we will take some of the reasons you can do to make this great wish come true. The second part of the explanation of the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. In this video, you need a cup of coffee or your favorite drink, and let's enjoy. Welcome, dear follower, to the Rich Box channel, where coffee, music, and book. The idea of the channel is that I read a book and give you its benefits. If you want to benefit from reading without what you read, subscribe to the channel. Harv Eker says I will give you 13 of the secrets of the millionaire mind. These principles are present in the mind of a millionaire. He needs you to take these principles and put them in your mind because they will reflect on your reality and start actually applying them. It will help you get rich. So far, I have read 4 principles, and believe me, they are all powerful and really influential. In this video, we will take the first principle, and the first principle says that the rich always say and believe that they are able to create opportunities themselves. The rich man says that I am able to make the opportunity myself, even if it is not available to me. I can succeed and get money from nothing. Believe me, this is a secret on its own. If you can actually apply it on the ground, it will make you a millionaire without any dispute. Write your opinion in the comments if you have the skill that you can produce money from nothing. You will be rich or not. Oh man, this is better than Aladdin's lamp, but on the contrary, poor people or poor minds think that wealth is opportunities that come with time and may not be available to you. Or they believe that wealth is luck, or that it only happens through connections and influence. Even if the words in it are part of the truth, but the principle is wrong. This is the first secret of the millionaire mind. Look, my friend follower. Believe me, these principles are very important, and I hope that you will write them in any place that draws your attention to it. I have a note in which I record every lesson I learned that could lead me to wealth. From the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and any information that comes to my mind about wealth, I write it in notes, and believe me, I discovered that getting rich is never easy, to the point that I thought I would write it all in a book, and every principle I write in the book I explain in detail, and I mention some examples and stories from reality. But I'm shy so far, I see myself as a student, I'm not able to produce knowledge. The point is, says Harv Eker, the wealthy always take responsibility. He says you are in charge of your life. Life is a choice that God Almighty made available to you. I am able to take responsibility and see that my financial conditions and my financial income are because of my actions, and my thoughts are two things, as we talked about in the first part, usual thoughts and behaviors. So this rich man tells you, he says, I am responsible for my thoughts, and I am responsible for changing my behaviors and habits. But poor minds say the exact opposite. They always play the role of the victim and make you feel that his financial situation is not because of him, but because of the ruling, merchants, prices, taxes, the manager, the unjust company, the poor salary, the family and its weight, his life partner and others, and sometimes they reach the stage where he blames their fathers and mothers because they did not improve their financial situation. I cannot live a decent life, and in the end I live the life I am living today, with a low income and great responsibilities. Live the victim role. And he told you in signs that show that your mind plays the role of the victim or not. And before I tell you what the signs are, let me tell you my personal experience with this concept, from the first time I was hired until the beginning of the year 2019, and I suffer from high obligations and a very poor salary. Of course, I used to work in order to increase the money. So I used to work during the working hours and after working hours. Then come back home, and this situation lasted for several years. Even on weekends, I would not go out for a walk, but work in Uber. On the basis of trying to cover my obligations. I used to blame the salary, blame the company, and sometimes even get excited and insult the person who hired me. And I say, why did he hire me with this salary when they can give more salaries? But I go back on my words and say no, the man has no fault. He gave me an offer and I agreed to it. And at the beginning of 2019, I realized that I am the one responsible, not the victim. I am able to improve my financial situation. And I actually started from the year 2019 to improve the situation for a full 2 years. Today my income has improved so much that I receive 3 times my salary from other fields. This is not in novels and books. This talk is a real reality. But as soon as you bear the mentality of the official and that you really believe that you are able to improve your situation by doing the right reasons, you will start looking for it after you appear to you and start studying how to apply it correctly and do it exactly. I am sure you will achieve what you want. Whatever income, a job, channel, shop. Harv Eker tells you there are 3 signs. The first sign is the mind that always assumes the role of the victim, blaming everything around it and everyone. He blames circumstances, merchants, salary, company, poor income, government, taxes, etc. Improve your income and many opportunities, but you do not see them. Of course, you don't see opportunities. As long as you always look at the salary, it is the only source of income, and it is the one that should increase. You must have a method of income other than the salary, such as YouTube, Snapchat, and Instagram. Or remote courses, freelance work, and many other things and opportunities that you can increase your income. Whether extra work, a project, a YouTube channel, or shares. Stop blaming circumstances, stop blaming people completely. Don't blame anyone, blame your situation and yourself only. The second sign tells you that the mind that plays the role of the victim may not blame it, but always justifies its failure. He justifies his failure with excuses, such as I lost the project because I did not have enough money. I lost in the project because my partners did not support me. Or my channel didn't succeed because I'm not famous. Always looking for an excuse to justify his failure. He says the one who plays the victim always complains. And it makes his mind and thinking negative. And instead of always thinking about how he changed his situation, he continues to regret his luck, and this is always the case. My friend follower, this is true. Your mind, once it is negative, will reflect this negativity on your actions completely. Harv Eker says we are human beings, of course, we complain, this is normal. But do not continue to complain always. He even says that the complaint disturbs those around you. Your words are not positive, and you do not talk to them positively towards improvement and change. My friend follower, the difference is huge between a positive and a negative mind, and the results come according to this thinking. Stop complaining and look for positive ways to improve your financial situation. This is one of the secrets of the millionaire's mind. And these are real secrets that you must put in your mind today. As we talked about in the first part, if you don't question all the ideas that are in your mind, you will never get rich or you will never improve your situation. There is a beautiful sentence, let me end this video with it. He said there are people who say that money is not everything or negative expressions about money. He says, when I hear them say this to me, I tell them you are bankrupt. You are poor or middle class. Ended speech. Because the rich don't say that. Never. Money, if you do not give it interest and value, will go away from you. He told you rich people know that money is important. They know that money is power. And that's why they always think about money and how to manage it. And how they invest it. And how they multiply it. So think well. You must believe that opportunities are in front of you. The options are in front of you, made available by God Almighty. You are the one who chooses, and you are responsible for your situation. Don't blame anyone. And don't justify your failure. On the contrary, if you fail, say that you had a failed experience from which you must learn lessons. Take paper and pen and write. Say, I was wrong about this thing. This first mistake I will improve and learn from my mistake. This is the second mistake. I forgot to do such and such. This is the third mistake. Learn and develop your financial profile. If you do not learn and develop yourself, you will not be able to achieve wealth. The rich have financial files in their minds. Even if they lose their money, they will be rich again. As for the poor, their financial files in their minds are very weak and their ideas are very wrong. Never justify or complain. Don't complain, review the information and ideas in your mind and look for solutions. Even those around you will interact with you and give you ideas and solutions. Things will begin to fall on you towards positivity, so you must be positive. Thus, I have concluded the first principle of wealth, and in the coming parts, we will take the rest of the principles. You can share this video with your loved ones. Like the video will help spread it to more people. The dose of wealth for today has ended, my friend follower, until I meet you next week, God willing, with a more beautiful and better dose. Thank you for listening. And thanks for your invaluable time. Goodbye.